okay, you really want to go for it. So you'll need to know what kind of approaches you can take to mobilizing capital, because some of those models will actually help you decide how to incorporate your company that's going to be working on community economic development. So the first way is to consider becoming a cooperative, either a cooperative that's going to own a particular business or a community cooperative. Cooperatives are allowed to raise money from their members without too much challenge. Secondly, you may decide to form a community contribution company. This is a new method in BC. It's a company that can be created by investors who have some money, they want to invest in the community, and they're willing to forego some of their dividend as the company becomes successful. Or you may decide that you want to build a particular community asset, like a community hall or a fire hall or something like that, some kind of an asset that has real estate value. So a model that's coming back into its own is the community bond. There are some rules around that. You have to really look after how you manage your issue of your community bond. But basically people say, fine, I'll invest X dollars. I will expect to get interest of this amount over the next 5 years or however you've organized it. So this is a new model. I think it's worth considering for certain kinds of circumstances. Of course, everybody's been hearing about crowdfunding these days. It's all very interesting, and all these different ideas are coming out about, and people are asking for money for their initiative. There are some challenges with it in terms of protection of intellectual property and protection of investor interests and so on. But if people are willing to invest small amounts in a good idea, it's something you can consider. Or if the owners of a business want to retire, but nobody is turning up to buy their business, maybe they have some employees who already know the business, who understand how it works, and would be willing to buy the business, but they need some help. So there is a program in BC called the Employee Share Ownership Program, which allows them to make investments and get a tax credit for doing that. Or you as a group can help an existing business or a new business coming forward that has a really good market and can really show that it's got some good possibility of success. You can help them become an eligible business corporation. An eligible business corporation is one that meets a few criteria, but mostly is in the rural BC, and if it goes through the process properly, then it can get a 30% tax credit for any further investors. Or you can look at becoming a venture capital corporation as an organization. We've done that in Christina Lake. We wanted to see how that worked. We found it to be very complicated and actually costly to do. We're making representations to the BC government to look at establishing a more simply organized program like they have in Nova Scotia and other provinces. But if you want to form a pool of money that people will invest in, to be able to invest in a variety of businesses in your community, then it's well worth considering. We'll be going into more details in future blogs, and of course all the details are in the manual.